Good morning, everybody. It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. How is everybody doing on this fine Saturday morning? It is match day. Leeds United taking on Cardiff City this afternoon at 3 o'clock down in South Wales at the Cardiff City Stadium. Hoping to bounce back from last week's disappointing home defeat to Burnley. Just before we get into it, as always, please make sure that you are smashing that like button. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new as well. We're on the road to 4K now, so hopefully we can reach that by the end of the season. That would be nice. And of course, hit the notification bell. Plenty of content over the next few days, guys. Obviously, where we will be reacting to the Cardiff game. We'll hopefully be getting a few people on as well. So yeah, make sure that you're tuning into that. And of course, get your comments in and share your thoughts and your feelings going into this afternoon's clash with Cardiff. So JC's in the building. Morning, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Hope you are as well. And Michael's in the building as well. Good morning, mate. So yeah, obviously I did the live preview last night with Isaac, which if you haven't already, go and check that out. Obviously, Isaac from the White Wall joined me to preview the game. And yeah, there was very interesting chat regarding Daniel Farke and his position at the club as it currently stands. I think fans are a little bit like that with him, a little bit 50-50. Yeah, it is a weird one for me today, guys. For me, Cardiff are dead bottom of the league. They've only scored one goal all season, 1 point on the board, and that was in the South Wales derby with Swansea. Other than Derby County, they have actually faced some decent teams so far. So you could argue they've maybe not had great luck with the fixtures that they were given, but at the same time, if I was a Cardiff fan, I would be very, very worried now. They're only, I think they're quite a few points adrift from getting out of that bottom three now. So, yeah, it hasn't been the most ideal start for them. In all honesty, just saying morning to Michael there as well. Skip's in the building. Morning, mate. If it was any other team at the bottom, I would be confident of an easy 3 points. But because it's Cardiff, I'm worried. Yeah, it's a bit of a bogey ground for us, isn't it? It's Cardiff. Big game, be tough, but think we will walk it in the end. Hopefully, you're right. Michael saying hi back to JC. Michael's saying to Skip that he's feeling a bit that way too. Always a banana skin. Yeah, Cardiff usually in the past is a bit of a banana skin, isn't it? I think last season we absolutely walked it. We beat them 3-0. I think Bamford, James and Rutter scored last season. God, Georgie. But anyway, but prior to that, Cardiff had been a bit of a weird ground for us, hasn't it? I do remember in the promotion season, when we came back after COVID, first game back, Cardiff away, we're all buzzing, thinking we're going to start where we left off. And we got beat 2-0. And it was just a bit like, I remember being at the game when Leeds were 3-0 up at half-time at home to Cardiff, and the game finished 3-3, and that felt like a defeat. So, they are a weird team for Leeds to come up against, even last season, opening day at Ellen Road, 2-2. But yeah, hopefully it's not a banana skin today. And, hopefully Leeds United can go out there and get the job done. Always that we match on together says morning, all 3 points needed today. Yep, absolutely. I think it's very important that we bounce back. I know that might sound obvious, but given the immediate reaction to the defeat last week, given the discussions that we've seen from other creators this week, from people on Twitter, which I know is not the greatest of platforms at times, but there's been a lot of interesting debates going on around Daniel Farke. As I said, me and Isaac discussed it a little bit last night, which again, if you haven't already, go and check that out. It was a good chat. And I said last night I might be overreacting. Please let me know in the comments if I am, and I do apologize if I am, but it's just the way I'm feeling. If Cardiff do the unthinkable today, and if they beat us, I do fear for Daniel Farke. I really do. Maybe not from the boardroom level, because I don't think they're going to sack him at this point of the season. But just from the fans' perspective and the reaction and, you know, the feedback that he's going to get, the stick that he would get if that was to happen. You know, let's just say that Twitter would be a very interesting space come 5 o'clock this evening if Leeds United fail to win. I think even a draw is a really bad result as well. You know, given Cardiff's start, their manager's on the brink of getting sacked. You know, I think if we beat them today, that'll be him done. So, you know, that there's a real opportunity here to take advantage of this situation that Cardiff are in. You know, go there, assert dominance, show we're the better team, which we are, let's be honest. You know, I think Leeds will be massive favourites going into this game. I saw that the Second Tier podcast, and I know they usually do chat waffle. They do like a thing where they do like a banker of the week, basically like a certainty. And the certainty that they said was that we would beat Cardiff. So hopefully that's not a jinx or anything like that. But guys, there are 15 of you in the building this morning. Really do appreciate that. If you haven't smashed a like, please smash the like. It does help get the stream out there to more people and helps to get more eyes on the channel. And please continue to get your thoughts in. So with regards to Daniel Farke, you know, he was talking about XG in the press conference and, you know, stuff like that. And I just think he's making excuses for himself. He isn't taking any accountability for how he's been dealing with the team. I think we're definitely seeing things even in the opening few games of this season that we saw last year as well. You know, the reluctance to make subs at the right time, his inability to read a game and to, you know when changes are needed. Against Burnley last week, everybody in Ellen Road, everybody watching at home will have known that needed changing at half-time. Whether that be in midfield, whether that be in the attacking areas, something needed to change. And he didn't. He waited till the 68th minute and put Perot and Joe Rothwell on. Make it make sense. You know, you've got Largy Ramazani signed for 11 million quid and has had a grand total of about 20, 25 minutes in 2 games. That's not good enough. And he won't be happy with that either. You know, the news coming out of the press conference was that Solomon was the major doubt for this game. So if he is injured, Largy Ramazani, has to come in and play this game. If we don't see Largy, and if we see Perot come in and Aronson out wide, I will lose my mind. I would lose my fucking mind if that was the case. You've signed Ramazani for a reason. If Solomon is injured, which is a story in itself, Ramazani has to be the obvious replacement. Don't move people about and, you know, square pegs and round holes. Like for like replacement, put Ramazani in. Just briefly touching on Solomon, you know, this is the thing that everybody worried about when we signed him. You know, his injury record, he's played 2 games and he's potentially going to be missing a game already. I saw Graham Smith say that Leeds should have gone for Roland Salai. Maybe we should have done. I'm not disputing that Solomon is going to be a top player in this division when fit. But I think Isaac touched upon it last night. Is he just going to be one of those players that plays maybe 2 or 3 games and he's out for 1 or 2, then play and just in and out of the team? Maybe. But if Ramazani proves to be a better and more reliable option, you need to be playing him. You just simply need to be playing him. Let's get into a few of your comments, guys. JC saying, we will get the job done today, I am confident. But say we don't, say we draw, it's still not the end of the... I mean, Jay, I have to disagree with you there, mate. I would be equally as angry if we draw the game as if we would lose. It would be the exact same reaction from me. I would not be happy with a point at all. I do get what you're saying. The Championship is a hard slog. But come on, mate. We've got to be looking at this as a win. Like, you can't be happy with a point. I'm sorry, you just can't be. You just can't be. Skip, if the away fans begin to turn on the manager, then you know his days are numbered. Yeah, you know, the away fans are, you know, people saying any fan base are arguably the most loyal supporters. You know, they travel up and down the country. So if they start to turn, then it isn't looking good. What do you think about the Corberan rumours of the 49ers looking at his release clause from West Brom? Probably nothing in it. Yeah, there's probably nothing in that, mate. But if they were, then I think it would be smart to be having a look at options, just in case. Because, again, if we see a poor performance and a poor result again today, and then you've got Coventry at home, you've got Norwich and Sunderland away, they'll be tough games. And then first game after the international break, you've got Sheffield United at home. Very hard games coming up for Daniel Farke. So if he doesn't get the win today, it could be a very hard few weeks for the German manager. Great point, Jay. We should be able to blow them away if we could. Yeah, exactly. We have to blow them away today. We just have to. Every time Leeds lose a match, maybe not every time, but I just think given what we've seen from him previously last season, yes, it might have seemed reactionary to react like that after just losing one game last week. But it's because we were seeing the same patterns of play, the same poor decision making, the same poor in-game management that we saw last year, and ultimately what cost us in the end. I know the players have to take responsibility as well, and don't get me wrong, they did let us down a bit towards the end of last season, 100%, but Farke's equally got to take responsibility as well. Thing is, with the Burnley game, we were all right in the first half. We missed too quick. Yeah, I do agree with that. First half was a little bit better, but that second half was absolutely dire. It was awful, that second half. Boring football and just no urgency whatsoever. We were too happy with draws here and there last season. We need to be... Yeah, exactly. I completely agree with that. And again, Jay, just to your earlier comment about getting a point, I know a point's not the end of the world when you look at it. It isn't. But like I said, Cardiff have lost 4 and drawn 1. They've scored 1 goal. 1 goal in 5 games. So if they beat us today, that is absolutely appalling. And I will be coming on here for my match reaction later, and I will be seething if we've lost this game. Let's just say I'm glad that there's not going to be a live reaction today if that happens. I have to get 3 points today. Sunderland and West Brom win, then we go 6 and 7 points behind them. Yeah, exactly. You cannot afford, even though it's early on in the season, Skip is spot on there. You cannot afford to have a big points gap this early in the season. You just can't. Even if Sunderland and West Brom win, fair enough, but we need to win as well. We need to win and get back in that top 6 at least today. Wherever we are in the top 6, just get back in the top 6 because it's a good position to be in at this point in the season, if you're at least within touching distance. Michael's saying there's been talk about Farke keeping Ampadu and Gruev in midfield because of a positive balance. Should it be tough change it up? I mean... If Farke has said that Gruev and Ampadu in midfield is a positive balance, I want whatever he's smoking. Now, Isaac said it last night, and it is a bit of a running joke on the White Wall podcast that I have some sort of agenda against Ilya Gruev. Just want to clear it up. I don't. I actually think he's a good player. But... him and Ampadu, I feel like a broken record. Him and Ampadu together offer zero balance because they do the exact same role. Usually in a double pivot, one sits and the other goes a bit forward and gets involved in the attack. Ampadu and Gruev both sit. They both play sideways passes. They're both safe. Both don't go forward. How is that a positive balance? It isn't. Whereas if you've got an Ampadu and Tanaka or an Ampadu and Rothwell, you've got a good balance there because Tanaka and Rothwell would both go forward and get involved in the attack. Ampadu usually drops a little bit deep into the defence anyway, just as that, kind of protection for the back four. Why can't we see that? Or at least if you start Gruev and Ampadu today, if it's not working at half time, change it. He won't. He'll wait till the 70th minute, obviously. But this is what I mean about him. His in-game management is woeful. It's woeful. Look at last week against Burnley. He just threw all attackers on, and it was just like he was throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it stuck, and it didn't stick at all. Charlie, my feeling is this: so long as Leeds are in the mix, don't have to be in the top two, but are not many points behind the top two. Yeah, I get what you mean there, mate. I do, but we should be in the top two in the next few games, in my opinion. But again, that remains to be seen. And he's saying, I don't think Farke is any good tactical player, to be honest, Charlie. We're lacking set pieces and we need to be more. Yeah, exactly. If we could take a corner and actually beat the first man today, that would be amazing. If we could at least get something on target from a corner, that would be amazing. Free kick, anything. Anything. Imagine if we score from a corner. Limbs. With Farke teams, it's the second half of the season where they take off Norwich and Leeds respectively. Yeah, and apparently the start to this season is already better than both championship winning campaigns that he had with Norwich. So if you look at it like that, yeah, there is still plenty of time for him to get it right 100%. But I think over the next few games, if we see a few more defeats, because there is some very tough teams in this division coming up. There's Norwich and Sunderland away, Sheffield United at home. If we lose all them games, and you're well behind, and that's when I think a change could happen. Didn't we make up 17 points on a team that was far better than West Brom and Sunderland last season? 6 to 10. We'll be down. Yeah, and again, Jay, you are right there, mate. 100%. You are right there, and I hope you're right. But I want to see today's game first. If we go out there, play well, and get a convincing win, then yeah, I'll feel a little bit more positive about the games moving forward. But if we draw or lose this, I really do fear for us over the next few games. I really do. He got criticised massively for same 70-minute subs when he was at Norwich. Yeah, exactly. They started to turn on him towards the end. We are 2 points better off at this stage than we were last season, so say it plays out the same way. We'll finish on 92 points, more than enough. Yeah, exactly. And again, I hope it does, mate. I really hope it does, and there's every chance that it will. But again, let's see what happens today first, and then I'll determine how I feel going into the next few games. Is the league weaker too than last year regarding the gap? It's a weaker league in terms of the teams that are in it, mate. Yeah, 100%. And like Jay's saying, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, everyone. There's 23 of you in the building. Really good numbers on this Saturday morning. I do appreciate the support, guys. Please like, please subscribe if you are brand new, and hit the notification bell. So, but yeah, like I say, look, I think the only change he'll make to the team is potentially putting Ramazani in for Solomon if he is injured. I think he will stick with Gruev and Ampadu as much as I do not want that. I think he will stick with it. I would put Isaac Schmidt in over Jaden Bogle as well, but that's just me. But that's not going to happen either. So yeah, that's probably the only change that I expect to see with regards to Ramazani. Farke can be frustrating tactical during games with game management and substitutions. He's not perfect, but his record doesn't lie. Yeah, again, that's why it's a bit of a grey area with Farke, isn't it? It's why I don't 100% know how I feel about him yet, really. He will get us there. It will just be a long, bumpy ride. Yeah, it's always a long, bumpy ride with Leeds United, isn't it? But let's finish this morning's show, guys, with some score predictions. Now, I said last night 3-1, and I am sticking with that. I do think we win the game, and I do think we win it comfortably. If they are going to score, it's probably going to be a crappy set-piece goal or an individual error from us that leads to it. I can't see them managing to break us down. I think we'll have a lot of the ball, we'll have a lot of possession, but hopefully we can break it down. I do think Cardiff will sit in and try and get a point in this game, which isn't going to suit us at all. But Farke needs to, really start earning his coin now and, figure out a way to beat this low block. Jay thinks it'll be Perot in the 10, Aronson on the right and onto on the left. I think he's wanting to bed in Ramazani. Oh, Jay. I'll be honest, I wouldn't be happy if that was the case. I see you thinking, and it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. But it's got to be Ramazani. It's just got to be. But again, wouldn't be surprised with that, even though it would annoy me. Michael saying 1-1. Ooh. Isaac said 1-1 last night, though, to be fair. Again, like Jay said earlier, it's not the end of the world. It's obviously better. It's obviously better than losing, but I would be equally annoyed if it was a draw. Given the start of the season that Cardiff have had, it has to be 3 points today. Jay's saying 2-0 Leeds unless we score early. Then it will be 4-0 Leeds. Okay. There's rumour Farke has a niggle, so Byram at left back. Yeah, he did mention Farke had or not, but he did expect him to be fit, so hopefully that is the case. Because I think Byram on the left will just offer zero balance as well. Ernie said 2-0. Come on, Leeds, we need this yet. Leeds don't do well after the international break as with the matches last season. This season it's happened again with Burnley. Leeds have played at home. Exactly. What a game to come back to after the international break. Sheffield United at home. Peacock Whites. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you. Jamie's saying a 3-1 win as well. So, yeah, guys, I think we'll leave it there for this morning. 22 of you in the building as we speak. Really do appreciate that. As I said earlier, please make sure that you're smashing the like button, even if you're watching after the stream has ended. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and hit the notification bell. And of course, continue to get your thoughts and opinions in if you're watching after the live stream has ended as well. Like I said last night, guys, unfortunately, there will not be a live reaction with Owen today, as I've got people round for the game and the Anthony Joshua fight tonight as well. But I will do a pre-recorded reaction after the game that I will upload as quickly as possible for you. So make sure that you're tuning into that. I may go live tomorrow afternoon about midday-ish with the key takeaways from today's game as well. So as I said, hit the notification bell for plenty more content on this channel over the next few days. Jay's saying great stream, pal. Really do appreciate all of the love and support. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully enjoy the game, and I'll see you in a bit. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.